That's not like a fucking. We need to record this. I don't.
Well, we're rolling right now. So here we go. The intro music has stopped, and here we are.
To be fair,
chilling on the podcast. Welcome back to the Barracks Brigade podcast. If you're still listening, we love you.
Episode 5, bitches.
And this is actually episode. This is going to be like episode 7 or 8. I don't know.
This is. I fucked up.
Whenever you listen to this, whatever episode is posted and listed, it's that episode. So enjoy.
Sorry, dude. I was just going off like episode 4.
This is Alexander, which I know that I was on the first episode, and many of you have missed me. But
Jesus Christ, Alex, speak into the goddamn mic, please.
What I was going back to is, what I was saying was, to be fair, out of our new privates, I count the young ones, which is not.
Dude, you have 30 seconds to draw my attention.
Which is not Rick and what the fuck
Levi.
is your first name?
Good old Levi.
Thank you. Which is not Rick and Levi because they're both at least 28 years old.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the table. We're sitting at a round table, and literally a round table.
The Knights.
This is the Knights of Derp hanging out here.
Yeah, literally.
So immediately to my left, we have the man that the ants call Glasses un Fuego, Spectacles of
John.
Fuego.
This is Alexander, and to be
Good
fair,
Alex.
as Rick was saying, I will be getting surgery soon, and if I don't, I will be going fucking AWOL.
This is how bad his vision is, to the point where he's going to get surgery, and then he's going to be able to wear regular glasses.
He's literally blind.
Yeah, quite literally. To his immediate left,
bro, but you're fucked.
Yeah, to his immediate left is
Levi.
our good buddy. Jesus Christ, motherfuckers. Can't get a word in edgewise.
No.
So to his immediate left is a man who I actually went to AIT with. This guy. We're actually at his house right now on post. He's living the house life. Living the married life.
Only because we didn't have another option.
He's like me, but way better. Way more committed.
Negative. I disagree on that. I mean,
committed
maybe, but
we'll get back to that later.
It is Mr. Levi.
Hey guys, what's up?
Straight across from me is another dude. He is a fister. As with keeping up the fister tradition, we seem to always have fisters on this fucking channel.
To be fair, excuse me, Rick, I need to interject for a moment. Son. To be fair, the only people that Radar likes to associate with would be medics and fisters. And when I say medics and fisters,
that is facts.
You're not wrong.
I mean most medics and a few fisters. Because most of the fisters are pure garbage. But we do have
most of them.
We do have
big oof.
We do have several gems in the trash pile. And
don't be a dickhead.
I'll do my best. And to be fair, one of the trash fucking piles, we have a gem named Monte, and here he goes. Heyo!
Hola, Monte, senor.
Hello, dude. What's up?
Monte's in the house. And immediately to his left, my right, stage right, audience left, we have Vampire Tooth himself.
Ooh, my name is John.
Here's John. John is chilling. He's chilling. And his wolf tattoo is sticking out of his, well, it used to be a V-neck, but he stretched it out so much showing off his tattoos that now, I guess we'd call that a U-neck.
Yeah, it's called a stripper. It's called a private T-shirt, actually. You know, you've been through enough strippers. It's now called a private T-neck. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've been through enough strippers, like we all have. How dare you? Strippers happen. Hey, by the way, you guys talking to your aside, I can totally hear you in the mic. So, just so you know.
Listen,
hey, we're talking about names, okay?
We're
so all of you listening, you heard every word of that.
Yeah, I just
listen here, Rick. I'm trying to fucking make sure that you don't have to have many issues back in post.
Alex, stop saying the bad words.
You did it right, and we're past the point of demonetization, so we can say whatever the fuck
this shit is not getting monetized. Like, if we ever get looked at for monetization, it's not happening.
I'm pretty sure we're live.
That's a hard negative.
Negative. Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. So, being that we're in a house right now, like we're chilling in Levi's house, recording, drinking beers, drinking margaritas, drinking vodka.
To be fair, his wife has gone somewhere for the weekend. That's the
She's
only...
actually gone to Seattle to go to the Seattle Seahawks game.
Also, to be fair, if she was here, she would allow this. Like,
she may or
yeah, dude, I can call her up right now, and she could actually partake in this.
His wife sounds like a good woman, but
Levi's
fair.
So Levi's wife, So Levi's wife, M, met her in AIT, super cool chick, and they have a house together now here on Fort Bliss, and she's a cool chick, so I feel like she would invite us over anyways. Even if she was here, we'd still be here recording this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to do like an audio vision of Emily. So she's short, big boobs, big butt, and she's like red-haired.
That's a good audio.
I don't know how to
just
picture double D's, dude. I love
sexy
it.
redhead.
That pretty much, dude. Actually,
bite your lip and moan.
As far as I'm concerned, Levi has portrayed the perfect fucking woman.
See, how would you portray that?
As far as I'm concerned, though, I'm looking at a picture at her right now.
Oh, she's got green eyes.
Green eyes, which if a redhead with green eyes right there, you're already fucked because they're the perfect woman.
I remember in AIT, I remember in AIT, I walked out of the Battery and y'all were chilling there, and she was just the sweetest girl ever. She was like, "Oh, hi," and you're just like, "Oh, this is Rick," and she's like, "Nice to meet you," and it's like, man, Levi, good fucking job, good on you, Mr. Montana boy. By the way, Levi is from Montana, and he's a good old boy. He'll kill an elk, skin it, hunt it, and he'll provide for his family. That's how he rolls.
And to be fair,
I'll gut it, field dress it per se, and then everything.
If we're talking about
make burger, just so many good things.
Jesus Christ, shut your mouth.
Your wife can't be too perfect if she's a Seattle Seahawks fan.
She's not. She's a fucking Pittsburgh fan, and I hate it.
We aren't gonna get into
it.
Well, that's weird.
I'm a Broncos fan, and she's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
I'm a Cardinals fan. They robbed us of a fucking Super Bowl.
Hey, in the meantime...
Well, I'm sorry, buddy. This sucks.
But you found a redhead.
That makes me want to... I thought that
I don't mind them, but...
I thought that I didn't want to murder you, but now I do. Lick my left nutsack. I have two nuts. I have two nutsacks, so you should lick both of them simultaneously. Spread that tongue super wide. Lick both nuts.
If you're done, dude, just do it.
To be fair, Jonathan over there. To be fair, if we're gonna go
just
ahead,
call him John.
John. To be fair, if we're going to talk about the beautiful redhead, green-eyed. That doesn't.
Hey, which is my wife.
Which is your wife, yes, Levi. But that doesn't mean the beautiful redhead, green-eyed aren't also fucking dumb whores. Your wife probably is a perfect person, but the beautiful redhead, green-eyed that I know is our E7 counterfire fucking overlord is what I'm gonna go with.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Here we go.
Sergeant.
Bruh.
We're just gonna go with Sergeant.
Bruh.
We're all getting Article 15s for this.
To be fair,
she's a nice lady.
She has the most beautiful,
she really is.
The most beautiful fucking green, majestic eyes I've ever seen in my life. Hot as fuck. But
I thought you were gonna go with the
she
no, but to be fair, you're right. To think of being if I was married at 40, let's say, if she was my wife at 40, I'd be very happy. She is super attractive for 30 to 40-ish. If you're into younger girls, you weirdo, then no. But if you're into MILFs, if you're into girls, older girls,
which you should be, the MILF and the older woman is who you should be into. But the issue here is this woman is extreme.
All right, so you guys get this. So I found John the perfect fucking date.
Ooh.
All right, so
wait a minute here.
She's 78 years old.
Ooh, you got my
and
taste
she
already.
has many monies.
Yes, so she's loaded and she's on what's the dating site called? Like Twitter, like
there's many
Tinder.
Hey, Twitter's
Tinder.
dating site.
It's
If you guys were wondering who is date savvy, it is definitely not Levi because he married his high school sweetheart like a Montana boy.
Way to show your fucking age. You just
He didn't show his age. He showed his. He didn't show his age. He showed his geography.
You are a strange.
If you're from Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, anywhere like that,
kill
you married
yourself.
All right, well, fuck
you
off.
married
I
your
just
high school
embarrassed
sweetheart.
myself, so you know what?
How many children does she have?
Yeah, who am I hooking up with?
That
Levi?
I do not
Who-
know,
who
but
is
all I
somebody
know
that-
is she's 78 years old and she's on the dating,
Was she 78 years old?
and
God damn,
You could hook up with her,
my
dude.
ex
I would
grandma.
I just
totally
burped.
fucking
Have
hook
fun
you
with
guys
that.
up. I can do it online.
You're
That
now
is-
hooking
that
me
is-
up with my ex grandma. Like it's like an ex of a different level.
That
It's
is
the it's the family.
7-8.
It's the family tumbleweed. You know, roll with it.
Family tumbleweed, man, fucker. I'm rolling like for
Yeah,
70 years right now. Like this is like twice my age. But you know what? If she's loaded and she's a fine lady, I'm okay with it.
You know, I hope someday that we can do video podcasts, but we can't yet. So I will describe to you. Mr. fucking John over here just had his legs kicked up while he was saying that sentence.
And to be fair, like good Sir Rick is describing, one day we will have video podcasts. But good Sir Jonathan, he has very, very large teeth on the
do that
side
one
of
more
his
time.
mouth. He looks like an angry vampire. But out of our 3 new privates, which we have Levi, who honestly I don't count as a new private because he's old as fuck.
Hey,
That
have you ever
is
seen
rude.
But it's
Dude.
not-
I'm not old
Hispania?
as fuck. Like I
I
am
am the
27
Adam
It
years
is
old.
not rolled. And okay,
Of
to be
injuries.
fair, Sir Levi, before I joined the military, I thought that old equaled fucking like 25.
Like actual knowledge.
I thought old equaled like 25. And then I joined the military and I realized that anyone older than you by 2 years is old. So, to be fair, you're not super old. I don't have an issue with you.
So how does it make you feel when I out PT you all the time and we just do the old canyon runs and all this
So
stuff?
I'm be
Like,
honest. If
I
somebody
feel
was
like a
railed-
young. Do me a favor, Jonathan. Shut the fuck up. I will tell you how it feels.
That's rude.
I will tell you how it feels, Levi. I feel like a sad, lonely, like a fucking weak piece of shit. But I'm not saying that you're not fucking old as shit. Because when I joined the military,
Back to the old.
I decided when I joined, I decided that anyone older than like 23 was old as fuck. Before I joined,
We've
I-
established that.
I didn't consider
Move on.
old until like 45. And then I realized
Dude, that is such a significant jump. Like how do you go from 25 to like 45?
because
Like,
I realized
that's ridiculous.
fair enough. But then I realized that everyone below the age of 25 was a child. And then I realized I'm a child, and then I realized everyone over the age of 25 is
well, I mean,
sort of an adult.
self-realization
So
is
let me
cool
cut
and
you
all.
off right
Like,
there.
What's crazy
self-realization is
though?
cool.
Okay, so when I was in basic, I was actually super surprised. Like most people in my basic were mid 20s. Like
Totally missed.
there was people that were 17, 18, 19 were actually few and far between. Most people in my basic were like 24 or 25. And me being 28 at the time, I was not the
All
oldest.
the smart ones were.
I was not yeah. But I was not the oldest by far. Like most people in my basic, like the oldest people in my basic training, we had 5 people that were over 30.
Yeah,
So-
Esposito in my basic training was 32.
Yeah,
Actually.
like
Oldest
it's
in mine was 36, 37.
yeah. We had a dude who was 34, I think, 34 or 35, and he was prior service. He was Navy originally.
Okay, and to go off what Rick is saying, when you join basic training, the majority of the people that are going through basic are 19, 18, 20 years old. They're young kids. Like, they haven't experienced life for real.
Yeah, and they're all idiots that don't know how to shut the fuck up.
And
Formation.
like
100%
Yeah,
factual.
yeah. See,
like
One of the
like
private knows how to talk.
Dude, like you get people in there, especially some of the older cats. Like it's a split. You have the older cats who are like no shit, have done shit in their lives.
Told you.
We just like shut the fuck up. But you have some of those older cats that think they know everything. And good lord, it's like shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, and see, Monte has a good spiel about this. Like he knows.
Oh yeah, I joined at 18, so I was definitely one of those guys that wouldn't shut the fuck up. I mean, I wasn't the only one because almost everybody in my basic.
Yeah, it's always like a group thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a couple like prior service and all that other stuff, but
Yeah, but those guys don't count.
yeah, I mean, one was Navy, one was he was Air Force, and he came in as an NCO, trying to be National Guard officer. So we didn't really count him.
So he went through basic Army training, trying to be like Air Force, reverting to Army.
Yes.
And
yeah.
okay, and I've got something to add into Monte's thing. So when I went through basic training, we had something similar. We had an Air Force NCO, which at the time when he joined, I believe he was E6, which is a staff sergeant in military terms. But when he joined, when you join a different branch, you get downgraded a rank. So when he joined, he was an E5, which is just a regular sergeant. And of course, because the way things work, because he was in basic training, he got put in charge of everything that didn't have to do with drill.
Bruh. I have 30 seconds to draw my attention.
Listen here, Levi. I'll fuck your mother and your cousin.
Dude, that's super fucking rude.
Besides that issue,
This is Alabama.
this man, you know, I don't give a shit if they're
Yeah,
rebellious.
we're in Texas,
Indiana
and
thing.
that
was
stuff
really in
doesn't
Alabama.
happen.
I thought that was Indiana or like
You
Nevada.
don't shut your fucking mouth. I'm from Indiana.
Do me a favor, John. I will fuck you. Anyway,
Hey, we're not into that.
Anyway, whether or not whether or not Alabama, fucking Kentucky, whether or not whether or not any of those states molest their own siblings, what I was going back to.
Whoa. Who
We
went to
ha-
molestation?
It's not
Like, that's a
molestation
whole
if it's,
level.
family.
Like, I thought we were on agreement that it was okay.
Yeah, and this is like
Indiana,
We could
it's
go-
okay to fuck your brother. Like, I mean, like, what's wrong here? Like,
Is it okay or acceptable? There's
to
a
be
difference.
honest with you, like if it's old enough to bleed, it's old enough for me. So
If her age is on the
If
clock.
the
like,
age,
once you get
exactly,
fit-
like Monty just said, if the age is on the clock, the age is old enough for the clock.
yeah,
And that,
at that
honestly,
point, it doesn't matter.
Let's go ahead. That's 1 through 12.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm married.
Now listen up, you whores. What I was going back to is, like I was saying, back in basic training, when people
About
are
6 months ago.
Monty, I will
30
fuck.
seconds. Bruh. You got
I
30
will
seconds.
fuck
6
both
months,
of your
I thought that
mothers.
was like 3.
When you are in basic training and you have prior service in your platoon, they end up getting put in charge. Whether or not they know what the fuck they're doing, they're put in charge because the drill sergeants think, oh, prior service.
Well, dude,
all right,
I mean that
in
happens.
charge.
That happens in general. Like myself being older, I remember like there was a fucking grip of us that were older. Like I said, I was not the oldest by far, but like all of us,
Piece of shit. You're
all-
right.
I will fucking break your French nose. You know this. You want to buy a French? You want to buy a French rifle? Never been fired, only dropped once.
To be fair,
I
Rick.
mean, when is a French
Facts.
rifle ever
That is
fired,
facts.
to be honest?
To be fair, Rick, I've already accidentally dropped the term / country French, and you just did several times. But if we're gonna talk about Jonathan to his face, he is a garbage human, and there's nothing else we can do about it besides the fact. Go ahead.
Here's the thing about the
Rick.
military: we will talk shit to each other's face, and like people say, "Oh, talk that shit to my face. Don't talk behind my back." No, we will talk about it behind your back
Yep,
and
we
to
will
your
do
face.
it all the time. and
Both
we love
times.
it.
But guess what? When it comes down to it, we still love you.
See, what's something about
Hey,
talking
I
shit to
didn't try to
Connor
be in
is
love.
he won't be able to see you no matter which way you're facing. So
That is facts, dude. The poor guy can't even
Wait,
fucking
who?
see anything.
Who?
Alexander.
We're talking about who?
Alexander.
Yeah, that's
Alexander
right.
can't see
Say
you.
So-
Alexander can
Mm,
barely see
Ma-
you with the fucking
Monty-
mic or anything.
Monty
You got that
misspoke.
bad sight glass.
Shut the fuck up, Jonathan. Monty misspoke. He meant Alexander, which is me. And what he was attempting to say is, I've got glasses, yes, like many.
Glasses 4 times the
You're
size
blind
of
as
your
fuck.
Do me a favor.
Could you do us all a favor and just tell us your vision?
I will tell you my vision, and the answer is
I have a dream.
1.5 inch thick lenses. And
these motherfuckers
I'm talking
would fry a whole ant colony, not just one ant.
That's why the ant.
Colony.
That's why the ants call him Un Fuego.
And what I'm talking about here is my left lens. And that's everybody's got 2 eyes, which they should. My left lens is a more or less regular prescription. Compared to most people, it's not. But it's
regular,
more or less,
regular as in not regular.
Just tell us your vision,
like
dude. Just tell
Dumbo's
us.
ear compared to regular elephant.
This guy, like you
You're
cut the
scared.
bottom off Coke bottles, like old school. You know those. You know
You're
those.
so
Hey,
blind, bro.
hey, you know those old 1960s Coke bottles. You cut the bottom off those and put them in glasses. That's what he literally has on his face.
and it's
Like
much
3 inches thick.
as much
What was
as
that? What was that?
as much as I
That was a
want
little fucking choke.
I heard-
that dick in my mouth. It just went all the way in.
as much as I want to disagree with Rick and John right there, I can't because they are correct. My fucking lenses, the left one, which is my good eye, is 1 inch thick. My right one, which is my bad eye, and when I say bad eye, I mean I can't see when the glass is on my eye.
This
And I'm
motherfucker's
talking-
right eyes, like
Thank
Martin
you.
Luther King.
So to,
I have a dream speech.
to be
To my crown.
To be fair, John, when I'm driving, which, by the way, will go back a fucking couple minutes, I don't understand why the state of Indiana gave me a license, but for some reason they thought, oh, it's acceptable, we can give this man a license.
So my
To
only
be
question
fair,
for you, Alex.
1 second, John, 1 sec. To be fair, they gave me a license, and I looked at the eye test, I read it, and the dude who gave me the test, I'm 90% sure he decided, this man, he is sad. I will just fucking through.
Let me interject.
It's
Let me
Alex.
interject for a
It's
second.
Alex.
You still haven't told us your sight vision. So what is it?
So
What is it? You still haven't told us.
Just give us the fucking
Is it
number.
like 5 out of 20?
regular
What is
vision.
it, like 5'5"? Or
So
like
when
5'70"?
when someone I'm gonna go
What is
ahead,
it?
I'm gonna go ahead and explain. When someone says they have 20,
I don't want you to explain. I want you to tell us the fucking number.
Levi, shut your fucking mouth.
Alexander, I am 20/20 because I have basic fucking vision.
Yes,
Same
What
here.
is
When-
your
I passed
division?
20/20
When
for airborne.
someone, okay, not everyone knows that. When someone says they have 20/20 vision, it means when they look at something 20 feet away,
Yeah, you can fucking see it.
they see it as something 20 feet away. So, for example, if someone said they have 15/20 vision,
I think you're embarrassed about telling us
So
what
what
your vision
you're
is.
saying is
Honestly,
So
Levi,
I'm 20/20.
Looks like it's
Monte
200
is
feet away.
20/20. John, you're 20/20.
Rick, what
what
the
are you?
fuck? What's your vision, Rick?
2022, actually. I see a little bit.
My vision's not perfect. It's I have astigmatism in my left eye,
Thank you, Rick. I don't have to fully
So
rake
what's your
the-
vision?
but I also don't have to. Like the only time I have to wear corrective like glasses is when I shoot. Other than that, I'm good.
That's fine. That's fine. Like, I'm not knocking anybody with glasses. My wife needs to wear glasses.
The way I'm going to explain this,
I'm just
Hey,
asking-
Levi's wife, he's talking shit.
the way I'm going to explain this, hopefully nobody else
She
fucking...
is blind.
You
as
need to,
fuck,
if
guys,
you
not
can't,
gonna lie.
y'all can't see right now, but like Levi's hand was around.
Alexander,
was trying to coax him into
Levi's
some
arm was around Alexander's fucking like shoulder. Like he was like holding him like a baby, just cradling him.
sensually.
I was patting him on the back.
Very
Okay.
sensual.
Now
Very
I,
sensual.
now I have the floor.
You
Hope-
still won't tell us.
Levi, I will...
story just turned into like an hour long.
Monty, shut the fuck up.
And
Now listen
I thought
up.
that was like 2 hours. My time track is just like fuck.
Jonathan, I will fuck your eye. Now listen up.
Hey, you can fuck my eye if you can find it.
And good golly, what
Not going anywhere,
what an amazing segue. into-
Everyone, listen here, Rick. One more.
All
moment,
right.
please.
So how
At
is
this
the Bears'
point-
lives?
I'm gonna fuck. I'm done.
Shut the fuck up, Alexander.
I'm sorry.
I still got the fucking hiccups.
And good golly, what a good segue into BAH life. It's like, you ever see that meme? You guys seen that meme with Mickey Mouse? And it's like BAH versus the Barracks. And like Mickey Mouse is like in the fucking, in that boiler room looking shit. For real. Like we walk into Levi's house. And I mean, mind you, it's not like it's a millionaire's house. But like, it's like a good country cottage looking house. Like, the outside you walk up, it's like a brick house. But then you walk in, it's like this nice country-looking house. And it's like, man, I'm not looking to get married anytime soon, but god damn it, this makes me want to, I would live here. It'd be fantastic. That BAH life, though.
Dude,
what's
gonna
different?
lie, I'm just gonna interject here.
Yeah, take it, man.
I'm living the Kush life. Like my wife, she works for Subway and yada yada yada. You know, she's a big
And
wig.
just to interrupt you for a split moment, when he says he's living the Kush life, he has a dog named Kush.
This
And
dog is literally sitting at my feet right now.
This dog
he's a good dog.
This dog is literally the embodiment of Kush. The dog is named Kush, and he is the sweetest motherfucker who doesn't bother anyone.
Dude, this dog, he's literally sitting at my feet right now, and I'm looking at him, and good lord, just the sweetest doggo. He was abused in a previous life, but now he's in a good home, and he's a good doggo. I fucking love this little doggo.
Yep, so I came
John
into
is petting
Kush's
him right
life
now. Oh my god.
like 3 years ago. My girlfriend at the time, which is now my wife, and well, she came up to me and she's like, well, I'm moving out of my house and I need somewhere to place, this dog that I have. I was like, all right, fair enough. I'll take it, whatever. Did not want a dog at the time at all. I came home with Kush. I drove home from Missoula, Montana to Cedar Lake, Montana, which is about an hour drive.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, he's from Montana. God's country.
Yep.
Nobody
My only question
is.
for you, Levi, at this time is when you took Kush home, did you by any chance smoke any Kush at the time of the receiving of Kush?
Of course
I
not.
actually did not.
You can neither confirm nor deny. How dare you ask that question?
I like drinking beer and alcohol, like over smoking weed or doing drugs.
Dude,
so
Levi.
That's my honest opinion. About
Levi
that.
is like our go-to like homeboy. Like you know those buddies that you have in your life that you can just depend on just to have a beer and just do man shit.
Hey, dude, I got your back. Anytime you want to go outside, do anything, dude, I got you.
Levi is our fucking go-to man, bro.
Those
it's
ones,
like, if you want to go out and do some man shit, hit up Levi.
Yep.
those ones that are the dad. Like I'm not fucking talking shit on the dad ones.
But I'm not even a father though.
And that has nothing to do with it. You can be a dad and not be a father. You have fucking coworkers, and most of them are children in general terms, and you can still be the dad. Like we have our good friend. I don't think we have a specific name.
Bald Man.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call him Bald Man, like Rick said. Bald Man is the dad. He is one of my favorite people on the planet. And just to be fair and
fucking love that guy 100%.
To go ahead and give some context, I have a number of people that I like on the earth. Like I can count them on one hand. Bald Man's one of them.
How many fingers is that?
Bitch!
That would be 5.
Are you sure it's not 4?
Levi. Go ahead and get my name fucking right, sir. And to be fair, I like him. He's a good man. He does right by you. He takes care of you as much as he can. But he is dad man, and he would be Bald Man. And I'm gonna go ahead and.
But I'm not even bald, dude. You can't even say that.
I'm not talking about you, Levi.
We're talking about a different guy.
Never mind.
Same radar system, but different guy.
I'm talking about one of our people that starts with an H. He is Bald Man. He is fucking father. Take
it, John.
I'm gonna be honest, Alex. Can you even tell that which Y is which? I mean, with your glasses off, can you tell who is who?
Indeed. Levi just showed me a Facebook post just to be sure of who I was talking about, and he was correct. And to answer your question, Jonathan, or John.
And he is bald as fuck.
By the way, John, your fucking teeth are extra fucking pointy. If
Dude, I love
Count
John's teeth.
Dracula had
He's
the
like
best
fucking.
cereal ever known. So
Hey, to be fair, if he ever goes to Japan,
to
he'll
be
lead the rave.
fair,
Japanese girls love them fucking vampire teeth. The homeboy across from us is just like, he looks like he's got something to say.
as much as I
Yeah, Monte, take the mic.
Monty's been
Fucking
quiet
say
this entire
something.
time.
have at it, Monty.
Fucking
Monty has been sitting back,
Dude, I'm so
chilling
excited,
and
dude. Just
watching
fucking-
the shit show.
I'm so excited.
But I can guarantee he's got something to say.
Well, not really. I've just been kind of watching like the story evolve with Alexander not being able to actually finish the story because it always ends
Yep,
up
because he rambles.
Thanks, bud.
exactly.
He doesn't
He
shut the
rambles
fuck
like
up.
a motherfucker.
Hope you get AIDS.
A story that should take about 20 seconds ends up taking about like 5 or 6 minutes, but it always ends up turning into a roast fest between Alexander and Jonathan. So I'm just kind of watching that continue on.
It would take. It would take about only 20 seconds.
And here we go again.
I want you to.
Alexander.
I want you to die, Levi. It would take only
That's
about.
kind of rude, bro.
It would take only about 20 seconds if I got a fucking word in. But everyone else decides to just take care
Like
of it.
I said, dude.
My only
30
question,
seconds.
Alex,
You have 30 seconds to
by a
capture
word.
my attention, and after that, I just.
By a
Listen.
word, do you mean a dictionary word, or do you mean like a actual like English word? Or
I
do you,
will
like,
capture
like,
your
you're talking
asshole.
about entire Google as your word. Like a one word to you is like 30 words for me. Like I don't understand what you mean by
Alexander.
a word here. Like you gotta explain it to me. I'm confused.
You gotta realize he can't see the dictionary like we can.
I'm finished.
That is a fair
I'm finished.
point.
He
I'm
quite literally can't
fucking
read.
done.
Not because he's illiterate, but because he's blind.
God
This
just gave
man
him
could
shit
make
vision,
Stevie
so it's
Wonder
okay.
Look like a fucking like he would see like everything.
You come on a piano, he's gonna wave his head side to side the same way.
I will puke in your mom's mouth.
I could totally see Alexander playing the piano. Just
Alexander makes Stevie Wonder look like this.
I would see him. I would see
Hey,
him.
the
I would see
comparison-
him banging his head on the piano,
Excuse me,
hoping for
Rick.
death.
To go back to Jonathan, the comparison is Ray Charles, not
Just blind
Stevie
as-
Wonder.
just
I will-
blind as shit.
I will
Head
fuck
banging.
your mother with my fucking piano blues.
All right, that's gonna
Hey,
get edited
the
out
only
because that's
question for
rude.
me, Alex, is
And there
you
goes
have
our
to
monetization.
find Either.
Anyways, didn't we have a topic at some point? Like,
Topics
Tell him
topics kind of just go out the window on this podcast. It just happens. You know,
Rick,
you know.
do me a favor. Go ahead and read.
Well, we were gonna talk about G crying at the zoo, but that shit just went out the window.
So
Or-
what happened
but
to
that's
G?
okay,
Did
that's
he,
okay.
like, did he hate the penguin?
So good old G,
No.
our good friend G, God love him. We're gonna have him on this show, but he had to leave with his girlfriend. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about G crying at the zoo. So our good buddy G. So I get to Korea, and a couple months in, we end up going to the zoo because our chaplain put together a zoo trip.
So there are
Because our chaplain is fucking awesome. God love that man. God love him. God love our chaplain. I fucking love that guy.
And Rick, go ahead. Let me just add in there. There are
Yeah.
what's called MWR trips, which means like the fucking group of certain people get to sign up for a trip. They get to go do something for free, which I know that didn't make much sense. But at
30 seconds.
Helen Keller.
my name is Alexander, and I will fucking rape you.
Hey, Helen Keller.
Anyway, what Rick was saying is we signed up, me, G, Rick, and a few others signed up for what's called an MWR trip. And we went to a zoo in Korea. And we went to the zoo. We started fucking looking at animals and everything. We brought things in our backpack. For example, alcohol. The main thing we brought in our backpack was soju, which is basically Korean vodka slightly watered down. Let's just put it this way.
On the other side of that, Alex, were you guys trying to become one with the zoo, or you were actually visiting the zoo?
We, at this point, were actually visiting.
Alexander was
We're trying to fuck some rhinos, bro.
trying to do
I was saying,
like,
like, it sounds to me like you guys were trying to become
Hey, we're
part
trying
of the
to no,
zoo.
we're trying to become one with Harambe.
At this point,
I mean, Harambe was fucking amazing.
Harambe is
that
our-
was the Jesus of my life.
Harambe is our homeboy, bro.
At this point, we were just
Kicks
trying
off
to
around
be a part of the visitors of the zoo. And it was me, Rick, our boy G, and we're just going to go ahead and say
mind you,
girl,
real quick, just so you know, G, like, he doesn't really drink. Like, at all.
doesn't. He didn't.
So, like, drinking alcohol is not his thing. But
he did recently, at this time, turn 21. So he was just gonna. His mindset was like, all right, I'm gonna full send it.
Guys, I got this bottle. I'm just gonna like pour it in a 2-liter, and we'll just cruise around the zoo. And like, all right, G, hey, no problem, brother. We got some soju. We got this. I'm just gonna drink on this a little bit.
And the bottle in question was Crown Vanilla. And you've already established that it was me, Alexander, Rick, and G, and then it was one of our other platoon mates. I'm just gonna go ahead and call her B. Her name is B.
Good old B.
And me, Rick, B, and G were hanging out in the zoo. We were just looking at animals and things.
Watching weird buses drive by, drinking some drink, and he's just like, I'm just gonna send it. I'm just gonna fucking drink, alright?
When Rick says weird buses drive by, I'm talking buses with music. Oh, let's go ahead and say ice cream truck music, but distorted and scary. I'm talking.
Imagine horror music.
I'm talking horror movie ice cream.
As we're driving by, all the Korean. Wait. As we're driving by, all the Korean people are just like, "Oh, cool," and we're sitting there just thinking, like, "I've seen this in a horror movie before. What the fuck is
we
going
are
on?"
Listening to this bus, eating fucking Korean street food, terrified about what is happening, and then we get over the scary bus music that's playing. We move on. We go to an exhibit, which, listen up, everyone. This exhibit is called American Buffalo. It was a regular bison in the exhibit, but it was called American Buffalo because, of course, we're in Korea, and in Korea, they don't have regular American buffalo. And, of course, they decided we're going to name this exhibit American Buffalo.
But getting back to G drinking at the zoo, like he downs an entire it's a 2-liter water bottle full of Crown Royale and Coke. Like
it was Crown Vanilla and Coke.
Oh, excuse me, all to hell.
To elaborate a little bit, but he doesn't know how to day drink properly, so he downed it. And
we explained to him that day drinking is a marathon, not a sprint.
You have to day drink slowly to keep your buzz. And G did not want to have a part of that.
So he's sitting there. Go ahead.
So let me get this straight. So G comes up. He's just started drinking, and he thinks, you said it was a marathon, not a sprint. So he thinks he just sprints through the marathon. And he downs the whole 2-liter. He's like, I'm going to kick this buzz. I'm going to take it hard on. And I'm just going to suck it down. And now, the whole time while you're drinking this, here's the system. It shit. Fucking coming through down an ice cream truck. Scared you're going to get fucking raped and molested as a kid. Now they were a sucking clown show as an ice cream truck.
Well, you're slurring right now, so I can't tell what you're saying. But we'll go ahead and take it from there.
That was mostly correct. More or less, if you want to go ahead and butcher the English language like you did.
Butcher the Ingle-Langle. Yeah.
My English is a little slang.
Rick, how about you lick my fucking taint? Because yes, I should. Anyway, the best part of G's entire endeavor was when G looked at us and he said, Pepsi is destroying the world. And I understand that doesn't make sense to you at the moment.
Guys, I'm like...
I thought that was mac and cheese.
Guys, I just drank like 2 liters of hard alcohol, and I just don't know why I'm so drunk right now.
So G just got...
And I'm just gonna fucking...
G just got engaged to a woman who already was pregnant at the time. And she was about to have a baby. And G goes, Pepsi is destroying the world. Pepsi is destroying the rainforests. And the baby...
If I ever see you drinking Pepsi products, And this is, mind you, this is after he got fucking hammered, so he's slurring his words.
He was well into his alcohol.
If I ever see you drinking Pepsi products, I'm gonna stab you with a toaster oven. And can I get some water, please?
That was more. That was more or less the fucking gist of what G was going after at the time. He told us Pepsi was destroying the world.
Please take some pictures of this, because I'd like to look back on this someday. And we're like, G, no, you don't. Like, you don't want to remember this. Trust me.
My only question here is, when he's starting to stab you with the toaster, which part of the toaster was he going to stab you with?
That was never specified. We didn't look into it.
I'm going to stab you with a really non-specific blunt object. I'm going to drive it into you.
Anyway.
That would fucking hurt, just like a blunt object of a toaster just fucking stabbing you.
G looked at me.
Pepsi is destroying the world. Do you guys drink Pepsi? Because if you do, I'm going to kill you.
G looked at me. He goes, Pepsi's destroying the world. The baby I'm about to have, which wasn't his baby, it was his girlfriend's baby, it was someone else. He goes, the baby I'm about to have is never going to live past the age of 7 because Pepsi is destroying the world. The world is going to end because of yes, Rick is laughing. And he has good reason to. The world is going to end because of environmental issues. And it's Pepsi's fault.
None of this matters because the world is going to end in like 12 years. Because Pepsi is destroying the world. So if I ever see you drinking Pepsi, I'm going to Florida man you.
I love Pepsi.
Don't do it.
So what does he think about Coke?
We don't know.
Coca-Cola is cool. Coca-Cola is cool. It's specifically Pepsi.
He looks at me as we're sitting on a picnic bench, and he goes, Alexander... or Alex, I have to puke. Can I throw up? And of course, my response
all those, it's like, yes, puke.
Yes, G, you're allowed to puke. And he looks at me in the eyes, he turns his head, and he throws up on the floor. And I'm wondering why he asked permission.
We're in front of the rhino exhibit.
We're in the rhino exhibit, out like in the picnic area.
He literally just is sitting up at the bench. We're all drinking. We got some of that. It was like some weird sausage shit with some hot sauce and rice patties on the stick.
And to be fair, he had already drank.
The way you describe that is absolutely terrible.
So
I just want you to know that.
I know it's terrible. So as we're sitting there, he just looks at Alex and he goes, "Can I puke right now?" And Alex is like, "Yes, you can puke." And he looks at me and I'm just like, "Go ahead, buddy." He just, "All right, well, I'm gonna puke." And just fucking dumps the contents of his stomach out on the fucking dirt.
Which the context of his stomach.
Like an entire SpongeBob episode.
It was after that he ended up crying.
The context of his stomach is Korean street food, which Koreans think that street food equals mostly corn dogs. And just imagine corn dogs in all the forms that they can come. I'm talking corn dogs in spiral fucking form. I'm talking corn dogs...
spirals?
In Korea, corn dogs come in spirals, John. Shut the fuck up. Anyway...
How dare you?
So he puked. He puked. He looks back at me. He goes, alright, I want to go now. We start heading towards the exit. We get on what's basically a ski lift, which is something...
Dude, the whole time on the ski lift, we get on that shit, and we're going back to the entrance, he's just like, I really fucking love my girlfriend, and Pepsi's destroying the world.
As much shit we're talking about G right now, he does truly love his girlfriend.
He does.
Because that's all we talked about. Besides Pepsi destroying the world.
For all his faults, this man is a dedicated motherfucker.
He will always love his girl.
Yeah.
And we get to the final end of the ski lift.
And we love this motherfucker, to death. I would take a bullet for this motherfucker.
We get to the end.
It's so
to
funny.
the end of the ski lift. At this point, we were outside of the zoo in the semi-parking lot. He comes up to our BC, which for those of you who don't know, BC stands for Battalion Commander, which that is a high...
Lieutenant Colonel. Like, this dude has the power to end your fucking
That
career.
is a high up motherfucker.
Yeah.
He looks...
He has that... And not only does he have the rank, but he has that big dick energy.
He looks at our battalion commander and he says, I love you, sir. He gives him a hug and he gets on the bus. And many, many weeks after, the G decides he re-enlists. That means re-enlists into the military. Don't know what he was thinking, but he decided to. The battalion commander may or may not have mentioned the fact that G cried at the zoo during his re-enlistment. G couldn't have done anything about it at the time because
specialist, you cried at the zoo.
He was already re-enlisted, and battalion commander mentioned it during his re-enlistment. He was re-enlisted, and he also already cried at the zoo. Our good boy G is now a specialist, and he may or may not be an NCO in a few weeks.
What do you think?
No, it'd be fantastic. Like, I would love it. He freaks out a lot. He's kind of a I can't say his name, but he's kind of like a freak out guy. But that's okay because we would have his back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
The job of like in my opinion, the job of like you have E5s and E6s who freak out. The job of the E4, the good E4, is to be like, yo, sir, hey, it's all good. We got this. Like we're gonna fucking take this. You do your fucking NCO thing, and we'll fucking make it happen.
I mean, what can you say really about G? I mean, G is fucking. He loves himself. He loves his woman, and he fucking hates Pepsi. I mean,
that is very, very true. He does love his woman.
John, I want to go ahead and just interject real quick. I just asked Levi to replace my drink, which, to be fair, was a girl drink. It was a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
You have
but
30 seconds to
here's what he fucking hands me. He hands me a bottle of tequila and a bottle of margarita mix. And then he looks at me and says, this'll be okay. And at this point, he won't hand me what I wanted, so I'm about to take a hard pull of margarita. And that's just what.
That's right.
Happen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You asked private to hand you a drink.
To be fair, he's an old private.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, so what you should take from this episode is that love thy neighbor. Drink more alcohol. Bang thy neighbor.
Yep.
Be friends
happen to everybody.
Take a dick in your mouth. It's okay.
Don't be thieves.
And it is Thursday. Well, no, it's not Thursday here. But I'm sure maybe if you're listening to this Thursday.
It's Thursday somewhere.
Make it happen.
No.
When it comes to...
I don't. Why are you thinking about that? I can't bang thy neighbor because Levi is my neighbor.
Hey,
to be fair,
nothing wrong with banging another male, as Jesus has apparently told us so. It is
okay, as far as I'm
Jesus
concerned,
loves me. Yes, I know, for the Bible told me so.
I will hold my hands up high and listen to the light. As far as I'm concerned, Monte, which is who they're talking about as their neighbor, Monte is a fictional character, just as the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and Jesus.
Dude, Monte is not a fictional character. He's literally sitting right next to us.
Jesus is very fucking mandible. Thank you very much. So, I mean,
well, all of you listening,
Jesus, all you can.
All of you listening, thank you for tuning in. Keep tuning in. We will keep the shit show rolling. For Alex, for Levi, for Monte, and for John. This is the Barracks Brigade podcast, and we will be back soon, you motherfuckers. Take off!
Signing off!
Hey!